So I have been recording Rome 2 siege battles for what? How many years? Like 8+ years. And I probably have hundreds of battles. Competitive battles, goofy battles, scenario battles. Honestly, I thought I've seen it all. But today, I was proven wrong. This battle is probably one of the craziest, most bizarre, intense, back and forth struggles I've ever seen, and that is not an exaggeration. So guys, if there ever was a battle that was snack and drink worthy, this is it. This might be one of those videos where you want to get everything out of the way first, get your chores done, get your daily duties done, and then when you have free time, watch this video because it is, well, I don't want to say too much, but this is a great battle, and I really enjoyed it. So this is a 3 versus 3 siege battle. On the attacking side, we've got not one, but 2 Roman armies, and they have an Athenian ally. So we got some Greeks here, which is really exciting. On defense, we have Pontus, and we have the Seleucids. And the final faction, which is a bit strange, we have the Etruscans, which obviously they glitched in a DLC faction. Usually the DLC factions aren't as good as the vanilla, like, standard edition factions, so this is most likely a disadvantage, but they are on defense, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see the strange units in the fight, I suppose. This is quite the battle. Get your snacks and drinks. Here we go. All right, guys, here we go. The battle has begun, and the Romans have a great artillery position on this little land plateau, this little cliff here, which makes it difficult for the opposing side to sally out and try to get the artillery. They're going to have it well defended. So this is a nice place, a nice position here, and they're going to try to bring down the walls. Oh, wow, they're very close to bringing down the walls. So it does appear that they are going to siege this section of settlement. They already have infantry and archers moving forward, using this heavy gallery to protect their men from archer fire, which is really not much archer fire, but there is a tower there. And there we go. The walls are down and they crumble. And then at the same time, the other Romans are pushing forward some siege towers, and they're going to obviously begin the main onslaught, mixing up some infantry of Hastati. We got even more Hastati, and then you got a little bit better troop here, the Evocati cohort, more cohort, and yeah, so it looks like a combined force of Hastati and Evocati cohort. So it's going to be a nice solid initial force to try to take this settlement. The defenders are taking more of a bend but don't break approach. They're going to let them take the first initial space of the settlement, but then they're going to make their stand on this hillside. It looks like they might even push forward. They could, but I'm just glad that they're not actually trying to hold the walls here, because if you actually try to hold the walls, the formations get kind of messed up when the enemy attacks you. It's better to kind of hold behind the walls, at least in these barbarian type settlements. Here comes the Etruscans. They're sending in the city guard. So I have no idea. Like, in terms of multiplayer, I don't do the DLC stuff because, I don't know, I just don't think the balancing is as good. So I have no idea how good these units are. I mean, you can kind of see their stats on the screen there in the bottom left, but I assume since they're city guard, they're not going to be that good, but they are going to initiate this fight. They're going to charge forward and try to get a little bit of a charge bonus on the Hastati. Doesn't look like they have any javelin capability. But, yeah, the Etruscans. The original Romans, right? Sort of, kind of, whatever. You get what I'm saying. The hoplites moving forward through the gaps, and it looks like they're going to try to block off reinforcements. And there's a brutal fight going on here. Hastati, more hoplites coming in to take on these Hastati. So, a nice initial start to this battle. And this siege map is always so grindy. It's always so grindy, and because there's a lot of choke points. and positions that are pretty easy to hold. You don't need a lot of troops, so you can hold back a lot of enemy forces by bottlenecking, the terrain, the city. But a nice struggle going on there. Let's go. Whoa, let's go on the other side. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. The Etruscans have sent out more city guard. The Romans have sent over some legionary cav, and they're trying to deal with this city guard. On the rear here, we've got camels. Let's go. Camel archers trying to get some hits from behind. And they are landing some hits here. And it looks like, is that, a random horse died there? I don't know. This is chaos. This is just madness. Oh yeah, the Seleucids have a citizen cav out here, but they should be able to handle this cav pretty quickly. But the Etruscans have also moved up. What is this? More Etruscan city guard. Look at that. So they're trying to maintain this position. We'll see what happens. It looks like Rome doesn't really have an answer for the camels here. I mean, they don't have... I mean, they've got archers, and they are moving them, it appears, closer to the camels. So that's a good response. Try to hit them with some arrows, something like that. If you have cav, you could try to chase them down, followed by some infantry. Kind of give you some infantry support. But I don't know. The camels, they're going to be tricky to catch up with. The Romans here are also, this is the Roman team or player that had the artillery set up here. He's now moving up siege towers as well with infantry, armored legionaries, some Praetorians. So he's going to have some solid infantry there that are going to just rip through these defenders. And look at this fight, guys. Look at this front line. It's a bloody one. Yeah, so they're in a brutal struggle. And the hoplites, the hoplites don't necessarily kill a lot, but they hold. They hold for a long time. Here's more cohort. Yeah, look at this random guy. Look at him. They're trickling in. He's like, I want to get my first kill. Ah! All right, here comes reinforcements. Trying to take on these hoplites. But I just don't think it's worth holding this outer area with these troops, with so many troops. It's probably about time you fall back. And the Etruscans they've got some Etruscan heavy hoplites ready to go. So they're ready to hold. And then we've got some Eastern archers moving forward. So they're going to try to get some archer support here, I guess, from Pontus. And this is pretty big right here. I mean, this is a good move. You can't rely on the hoplites alone to get some kills here. You definitely want to try to get some archers to give some support. Maybe get a good flanking fire where their shields aren't located so you can get some more kills. But yeah, this is a very intense battle. I like this front line. It's really fun to watch. Very chaotic. Very nasty. And now, look at this. Pontus is kind of falling back here a little bit, but what that's going to do is create a flanking opportunity for the Romans. Oh, that's not good. And this is where the front line crumbles right there. And that's the tricky part about these massive front line kind of battles, is that as soon as one part crumbles, it's all over. It's all over because the Romans are going to be able to flank around. He's going to keep these guys back with this unit, the cohort unit, Evocate cohort. And then he's going to... Actually, he's not even flanking around. He's not even flanking around. What is he doing? I thought for sure he was going to send one unit to kind of keep these guys busy and then this unit to go around. But interestingly enough, he does not do that. And now Athens has moved up his archers to silence the Eastern archers, who only have 17 kills so far. So they're not exactly lighting up the Romans. But yeah, and Athens is sending forward some thorax swordsmen. That's a solid unit. They're going to do some major damage to these Romans. And so, yeah, more and more troops coming in. We got mercenary Cretan archers. They're opening fire from the back. Again, just using them to silence these Eastern archers, which are already down to 85 when they originally had 120. So back here, we've got a new kind of line being formed by the Pontus hoplites, but they're not going to hold much longer. The Romans, oh my gosh, how can we forget? The Romans are making great ground here with the armored legionaries. The Etruscan city guard stand no chance against these Romans. And now we got archer fire coming in as well from the Romans as well. So they're hitting them with two weapon types, you know, the infantry, the archers. Combined arms is what I was trying to explain. So nice little attack here from the Romans. This is going to be a major headache for the defenders. And now we've got the Etruscans starting to break. I'm actually surprised that the city guard have not broken earlier, but they are starting to break. Oof. The Athenians, they're doing what they can. I mean, they barely have any units up here, but they don't need a ton of units. And look at this. They're actually holding against the Hastati pretty well, these hoplites, with 49 kills. The Hastati, though, have 95 kills. So they're definitely exhausting some Roman units, but, you know, Rome has plenty of opportunity, and Athens, to kind of really push their advantage here, use their numbers and try to get around him. Maybe he's worried about reinforcements coming in and counter-flanking him. I'm not too sure, but they are they are getting pretty aggressive here. So, yeah, that's kind of shocking. And now we've got a lot of Etruscans. We still have Etruscan City Guard, baby. He just spammed Etruscan City Guard. But yeah, he's just spamming up these Etruscan City Guard to try to defeat this Roman force, this flanking force. We got hoplites over here from Pontus as well. Pontus has brought a ton of hoplites. I don't know how I feel about that. I like hoplites, but bringing almost only hoplites, I mean, you got to get some swordsmen in the mix. More armored legionaries coming up. Look at this. And now we got chariots. What the heck? Chariots coming out of the woodwork and getting some kills. And the Romans are like trying to chase them down. They're like, no, you don't. The legionary cav, they're going to try to cut them down. Oh my goodness. But the chariots, oh, I don't know. You got to hit. Oh my gosh, look at this. The camel archers. They're still going at it. They don't have a ton of kills. One has 24, the other has 30. They also have a unit of cav here, the citizen cav, who's not seen any action yet. But yeah, the Seleucids are bringing a lot of sally out type forces. And the chariots, they're trying to escape. They've only lost one chariot so far. And they are going to get out. The camels are going to fight off the legionary cav. I don't know if they're going to be able to hold them, but the legionary cav's going to fall back anyways. So the chariots are still active. They're running around. This is crazy. The Etruscans still fighting with Pontus against this Roman flank force. They even have a flank right here. Hoplites flanking around the armored legionaries, and this is getting bloody for Rome. Very, very bloody. And now the main assault here, they've broken through the initial defense, and they're going to soon begin to attack the main force. Again, why is he not? I guess he's flanked around. No, why aren't you flanking? Or I guess he's trying to use Pila on these guys. Just flank around and attack them. Silence these hoplites because they're getting kills, unnecessary kills on your men. But you know, Athens still has a ton of troops. The Seleucids still trying to sally out. Look at this. They got cataphracts, more chariots, 2 more chariots. Yeah, wow, that's kind of crazy. And that's why the Egyptians are so focused on this flank. And it's more reason why the attackers need to rush in and just get all their infantry inside the city. So they cannot, you know, the cav won't be as big of a threat once your forces are inside the city. So we'll see what they do there. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. The Seleucids going all in with the sally out troops and not really having a ton of defensive troops. All right, hoplites really chewing up the armored legionaries. They are losing this battle. They need reinforcements, and here we go. We've got Citizen Cav coming around the flank, and Legionary Cav trying to basically trying to plug the gap here to prevent these guys from, getting any rear charges. Just trying to prevent any more unnecessary casualties, but I think Rome is going to have to send up more troops up here, but he's in a tricky situation. So now he's sending over some armored legionaries. I guess they were going to attack here, but now he's decided to send support up here, which he desperately needs. Here's the thing. Rome is a sitting duck here, because if he goes out, the chariots are going to come in and smack them. I think the chariots could even smack them right now, honestly. But all these troops are kind of sitting ducks, and there's not much they can do, because again, if you go out, it makes it easier for the chariots. Same thing over here. The Athenians are just, I wouldn't say the Athenians are sitting ducks. They can easily go inside the city, but they're so focused on making sure these troops don't make a play, because that obviously could be disaster if they do pull off some really good charges. Let's go back over to the defense here. The balance of power is greatly in favor of the attackers, guys. I mean, that is no surprise whatsoever. The thing is, with these sally out type strategies, they're high risk, high reward. So if you can actually charge out some units and get a ton of kills, then it's worth it. But if you can't, you're done. I mean, you are done. So the Seleucids, they're really going to have to need some sort of great play here to try to turn this battle around. Oh my gosh. We're fighting over a little market. Look at this. That was a cool little battle line here. So a nice little struggle going on. Nice little defense. Rome trying to break through still. I got to keep... Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I was going to say, I got to keep watch of this flank here. Now, like I said, if the Seleucids, whatever, however you want to call them, if they can get some great kills, rack up some deaths, they're going to do great, right? They're going to turn this battle around and make it possible to win. Same thing over here. If they keep these Romans stuck over here, that's huge. That's a big win. So we'll see what happens. But Rome, I mean, they have a lot of troops. This is going to be quite the disaster, quite the struggle to fight against. And here we go. We've got the cataphracts glistening in the creek as they advance forward. And sure enough, Athens is playing the smart play, just getting out of there. The generals are getting closer to his infantry. And what we might see, actually, we might see these cataphracts just go over here to help deal with the cornered Romans. If I'm Rome, I mean, you could try to evacuate that way, but I feel like it's too late now. Oh my gosh. Okay, please. I just want to see some... I'm kind of rooting for the defenders because they're the underdogs right now, and I just want to see some chariots just get like 500 kills. Come on, please. Oh, that... You got to commit. You got to commit at that point. Oh no, they're breaking. Oh, that was very disappointing. I mean, they're already getting a lot of kills, but they just broke. They just broke. What was that, Seleucids? Why did you do that? All right. Oh. Athens, they're charging the cataphracts. Good on them. I like that aggressive play. And they're going to try to, they prevented the cataphracts from getting a good charge, but I still think this is a losing battle in the long term. And do they have... I think he's retreating. Yeah, he's gonna pull out of there. But most of the Athenian infantry has been moved into the city, advanced into the city, and now the cataphracts are trying to keep up with these with the cav of Athens. Back this way, disaster. Just utter disaster. The camels are breaking now from the fire ammo. The chariots didn't even get 100 kills in that charge. I mean, when you charge uphill against the Romans with Pila, it's just going to be disaster. And the camels are wasting their shots on artillery crew right now. So this is a huge win for the Romans. An absolute huge win right there. Let's go back over to this main fight where Athens and some Praetorians from Rome are charging forward. We got pikemen from Pontus. Yeah, the balance of power. This is going to be an absolute brutal one, guys. Now we've got the cataphracts trying to chase down some units, but smart play by the Athenians. They've got some mercenary Thracian peltas who are pelting right now, and they killed a good chunk of the cataphracts, 10 of them. Hey, that's 10 left. I mean, cataphracts are nasty. You never want them. Even if you just kill one guy, that's a win, because they can rack up kills with a small amount of numbers. All right, so the pikes with the Etruscan heavy hoplites trying to form a solid line here. Naturally, the Romans are going to sit back and use their skirmish ability. The javies, the arrows, whatever they got. The Etruscans, they've got some slingers up here, trying to get some kills. I mean, they got to do something here. They got to do something to try to turn this battle around. Got to do something. We'll see. I'm not really seeing. I'm looking around. I mean, let's not forget the Seleucids still have. They've got Eastern spearmen. I was hoping they'd have a little something better than Eastern spearmen. But they also have an Indian armored elephant. This is a very expensive unit. It could rack up a lot of kills. They got to just hope that, the attackers don't have any fire arrows. That would be huge. But yeah, I'm just looking around. I don't see it. I see a very, very nasty amount of attackers and a very few amount of defenders. The Seleucids are now desperately making a move for this Roman force that's out of position. Is the general dead here? No, the general is right here, right? The gold armor. So the general's still alive, but he's low. You could try to kill the general. I mean, that's some sort of victory there. But yeah, the Romans are once again caught in a difficult situation. He's getting his archers out of there, which is smart. He's actually retreating infantry over to this side to help out. And let's not forget, they still have 2 more units of chariots. 2 more units. This is promising. I kind of forgot that he had 2 chariots here, because if okay, look, for the defenders to win this battle, they need both these chariots to get more than 500 kills, and they also need the elephants he has here more than, it needs to get more than 500 kills, and then maybe there's a chance. So this is very much a miracle type. They need a miracle type situation. They just, fighting with traditional tactics is not going to win them this day, because they've already lost too many. And these, oh my gosh, the cataphracts, dude, they're getting, what a terrible charge! What a terrible charge. What is he doing? Oh, is he just going for the archers? He's down to 52 men. Oh, but they're blobbed up. Now would be a good time to get the chariots rolling. I mean, they break through, but at what cost? To get some archers? They're down to 40 men. These guys are going to break soon. If I was in this unit, I'd be really mad at my commander. I'd be like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Now, they do get a good charge there on the archers, so that's something. So hopefully that works out in the end. But the chariots have not moved forward. The other cataphract unit has not moved forward. They're going to kill the archers. I mean, I would argue, some might look at that and argue, oh my gosh, look at these guys are just getting melted over here. They're just sitting here and dying. But some would argue that That was a push through. I mean, I don't know. Since they're chariots, or I'm sorry, cataphracts, they're very heavy and, you know, I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. They got to use every trick in the book to try to win this battle. Just give them a break. But they're down to 22 men. They have 86 kills. See, this would be a good chariot. This would be a good time for a chariot right now. Just they're all blobbed up. They're not really organized. But they're too far now. Too far. So nothing's going to happen. All right. So Rome has now broken through the... whatever the heck you want to call this little defense here. Not a very smart defense. They've broken through. They got the cohort charging in. The Etruscan heavy hoplites making their stand. The balance of power continues to look worse and worse for the defenders. Again, we really need a miracle here. We really need a miracle. The Etruscan slingers, they have 23 kills. They need more kills than that. They need a lot more kills than that. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Moment of truth. The chariots charging forward. Can they do something here? Again, 500 kills each. This cataphract also needs to get a lot of kills. They already have 49. So they need something. They need something here to try to turn the tide of this battle. Look at the slingers are already breaking. Already breaking. And now we've got hoplites making a stand against these Thorax swordsmen. Oh, there we go. They're breaking some archers. That's good. I think that's Pontus. Sorry, I'm zooming around a lot, but there's a lot going on. The Eastern archers opening fire and breaking the Syrian archers for Rome. That's pretty good. That's a win. That's a win. Okay, so chariots decided not to go in. They're changing course, and they're looking for a different opportunity. But where is that opportunity going to be? They could try to go through here. This is still in control of the defenders. So they could go around through this gate and get some good charges, potentially. I don't know. Okay. We've got some archers moving up, some from the Seleucids. Just standard archers. But they're going to have a lot of ammo. We have yet to see them in action. Already racking up some kills. Good for them. Already got like 10 kills from that one volley. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But I'm just looking around. I don't know. I don't really see it, guys. I mean, this looks like it's gonna be. It's not. I don't know. It's starting to get to the point where not even a miracle is gonna help them. And now Pontus, they've got some Pontic royal cap. Again, I'm rooting for the defenders, but at least they've got a fight here going on that looks okay. They just need to delay. What they need to do is get the attackers to waste their ammo so they don't use it on the elephants. They definitely don't want to waste it on the elephants. All right, so this fight is looking kind of rough, mostly because the pikemen are dealing with a lot of projectiles. That's probably why the Seleucids sent forward their slingers. Oh, the Etruscans also have some slingers up here. But it's probably better for your archers to get shot at than your pikemen. Oh, man, please. I want a miracle. I want a crazy miracle battle. That's all I want for Christmas. Can we get it? I don't know. I don't think so. Now, oh my gosh. Now we got archers running up. They have 134 kills. They're definitely out of ammo, but they're just throwing bodies into the front line. And let's see. Do they see them coming? I don't know if they see the chariots coming because you can't see them. Remember, this is from the point of view of the attackers. So what you can't see is what the players can't see. Oh wait, is that the chariots? Wait, there's more chariots? Wait a second. He's sending in where did these guys come from? I don't know, but they're getting good kills on the archers. Wait a second. Whoa. Keep going. Yes. Yes. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. 300 kills. Keep going. Keep going. Try to get 500. Don't quit until you get 500. Come on. Come on. Oh. No. Dude. How many is that? I don't know. 454. Close enough. Close enough. And here's the cool thing. They killed a bunch of archers, which is only going to help the elephants. But where did those chariots come from? So did he go all the way around through this gate? He had to have, unless he had another chariot unit up here. That had to have been the case. I don't know. Oh, wait, this gate's open. This gate is open. Was it destroyed? No, it's just open. Oh, probably because the chariots are... Oh, yes. Here we go. Here we go. Guys, I just want to say, this has been an absolute treat. I'm just glad. I just hope that these chariots can actually pull off an insane amount of kills. The defenders don't have to necessarily win, but they need to get a ton of kills. Here we go. Go, 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 go. Yes, yes. Get the spears. Get the spears. Go! What are you doing? Oh, no, dude. Yes, get the spears. Oh, my gosh. Look at them like... They don't know how to get around that little market area. Yes! Oh, no! No! 132 kills. That's not enough. Dang it. Dang it. I was really, really hoping they'd do more than that. And now they've got them encircled. Yeah. Damn. Well, that was worth an effort. Do they have another chariot? I think that's it. Where's the elephant? Okay, he still has his elephant over here. He still has his cataphract over there too, so... The balance of power did shift a little bit. It's still in favor of the attackers, but it did shift a little bit. And now the Romans are kind of breaking through. Pontus is going to send forth some of his royal cav to deal with the breakthrough. I don't know if wedge formation was the best move right there, but they're doing their best to try to trample down these Romans. And a lot of archer fire coming in. And look at, they're in testudo formation. All right, here we go. The elephants are going in now, guys. Can they do this? Can they pull this off? They're going for the Romans on this side. Hold back! There's still so much. There's still so much infantry. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Elephants already have 3 kills. Are they gonna go in? Oh, they're going in. They are going in. Well, not exactly the best charge. We'll see what happens here with these elephants. They still only have 3 kills. Let's see what they do. I think they just gotta trample through. They gotta trample through. Come on. They still only have 3 kills. How is that possible? Okay, there we go. Now they're starting to get some kills. And now we got the other general coming in to help out. Come on, 100 kills. Don't die, elephants. We need you. Oh, man. Get them, boys. Stomp. Smack. Get them. Look at that. They're at almost 200 kills. Oh my gosh. They're doing some damage, guys. Here comes the Romans. They're sending up reinforcements. Do they have another chariot? I really do hope so. I don't think they do have more chariots, though. They're gonna win over here. They just utterly broke all the Romans. Yes, yes. Oh, man, these elephants are awesome. They've lost 0 elephants, but they are taking damage. They're at 300 kills. Please. Please. Oh, my gosh. Oh, nasty hit on the general unit there, but it didn't completely wipe them out. How great would it be if they just had one more unit of chariots? The elephants are now changing course. They're going to join the fray over here, or maybe they're just going to cool it. Yeah, let them rest. Let them rest. They didn't lose a single elephant. They got 328 kills. The balance of power is shifting. The balance of power is shifting. Oh my gosh. Guys. It's closer to even now. Guys. What? No way. No way. Oh, they do have chariots still. Oh. They still have chariots. Yes. Keep going, though. They got to keep going. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Go, 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 go. These chariots, man. They're at least get 100 kills. There we go. They did. I think he should have waited a little bit longer. Okay, that for sure is all the chariots. That for sure is all the chariots. Now we got a general capturing the arrow tower over here. He's trying to neutralize it at least. Oh, dude. The balance of power is even. No way. No way. Okay, this is great. This is great. Regardless of the outcome, this has been a great battle. You know, after the first chariot charge, I thought there's no way. The Seleucids blew it. They just sent their chariot to death. But then, you know, one of the chariots actually landed and got some good kills on archers. Got a ton of archers killed. And now it's up to Eastern spearmen to just kind of hold the front line. And it's going to come down to the elephants and the chariots. Elephants are resting. This is so good to see. Because they need to be fresh. They're eager, friends routing. They don't like that. And now we've got some slingers, some Etruscan slingers. 152 kills, 39 kills. Wow. Now we got the general coming in to protect his archers. Look at that. And now we got Pontus coming in to encircle this citizen cav. This citizen cav is done for. No way. This is great. That was a good play by the defenders. Good play by the defenders. Okay. Guys. This is nuts. This is nuts. The other Roman player is out. The other Roman player is out of the game. And now it's... Okay, this has got to be one of the best battles of the year. And remember, this is the same year that we had that pros versus noobs battle a few months ago. Like a month ago. Not even multiple, just 1 month ago. This has to be one of the best battles of the year. I mean, seriously. This was great so far. Who knows who's going to win? I mean... So let's start looking at what the attackers need to do to win this. They've got to keep some projectiles ready to go for these elephants. What are the cataphracts doing? What are they doing? He's got cataphracts over here. Why are they way out? Just get them back inside the city so they can help out. But this infantry here, this Eastern Spearman infantry is not going to hold forever. These archers, let's see, what do we got for kills here? 125. We've got 242. 176. These archers did a great job. Dude, the Seleucid player went from total noob to total pro in a matter of minutes. I genuinely was like, oh, this is a disaster. Oh, wait, hold on, though. Hold on. We've got pikemen over here. And pikemen, they can definitely do some damage to the elephants. They can definitely do some damage. This is like... Oh, the elephants are in. The elephants are in the fight now. Okay, so they have 414 kills. We got a cav charge going in. This is kind of crazy, charging into pike. You got to get out of there. Pontus, get out of there. Pontus. Where's the other cataphracts? The Seleucids need to send up their cataphracts. So what do we got for infantry here? Just more Eastern Spearmen. The elephants should be able to clean this up. I think they can clean this up. Yeah. There's nothing they can do against these elephants. They don't have any fire arrows. Their best bet is right here. Athens has the force that could potentially kill these elephants because of the pikes. But oh my gosh, dude. This battle is just wild. Wild. Wow. Wow. What a great fight this has been. 590 kills with these elephants. 590. Yeah, go for the general. Oh, they're gonna kill the Athenian general. That is huge. Because now they're gonna lose morale. Those pikemen are gonna lose morale. We're down to 10 minutes in this battle, guys. I am literally on the edge of my seat. The balance of power is now in favor. Now in favor of the defenders. Wow. Okay, so how can the attackers still win this? Well, what do we got here? Oh, these are the slingers. They completely ditched. Uh-oh. We're about to run into some pikemen, though. I think they're out of ammo anyways, so they're just going to charge in, I guess. What about the cataphracts? Where are the cataphracts? Okay. This was a great fight. Okay. All right. Oh, there we go. They are starting to lose some elephants. That was to an arrow tower. So that's good for them. They use second wind there. That's going to keep them fresh. That's a good play right there. And I don't think... Okay, there we go. Here comes a little bit of a cav charge. They're trying to get the rear of these pikes. Not really going to happen. And now we've got the Eastern Spearmen headed forward. This is crazy. This is nuts. All right, so the Spearmen, they've got... What are these? Mercenary veteran hoplites. The hoplites aren't really much of a threat. The elephants are just going in. They're just... Oh, no. Don't get tunnel vision here. Don't get greedy or desperate. Oh, no. The elephants are cooked, as the younger generation would say. Yeah, I don't know why he charged them in like that. I don't know why he was so patient with them, and then he just charged them in. So the elephants are done for. Dang, dude. That was... Now the balance of power is kind of shifting back a little bit in favor of the attackers, guys. Oh, no. Why did he do that? Oh, there's the cataphracts. There's the cataphracts. Oh, my gosh. What a What a struggle this is. Balance of power is now shifting back in favor.
Advance at speed.
This.
Quick march.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now they're killing the Greek ballistic crew, which is smart because you want to try to kill as much as you can. Like, try to... All right, Pontus is out. It's all down to the Seleucids to win this battle. The balance of power is even, guys. Seleucids, what do they have to offer that could potentially win? Well, they've got the cataphracts, right? Like, that's their strength, is what I'm trying to say. Where they're weak, they don't have an answer to these pikemen. And unfortunately, the attackers have taken control of a very critical section of the map, which is going to make this even more difficult. So I think the attackers right now, they have the advantage. They have the advantage. I don't know why the Seleucids are retreating here, because they've got to defend this point. And it does appear that, yeah, they're going to go take this point. Wow. Rome, if they can try to kill the Roman general, that would be big. But they got to do something here. I mean, there's a gap right here they can try to go around. The Romans should probably stay close to plug it. But yeah, they're just going to go capture this and win if the attackers don't do anything. We're down to 6 minutes, guys. I just wish he didn't charge in the elephants like that. You know, it's like, I get it, the pikes, but like, you could have at least sent in the archers to just take the brunt of the pikes, then the elephants. The elephants still probably would have fallen quick, but just to charge them in by themselves like that was devastating. Oh, they're gonna burn down this tower here. That's kind of cool. That's a good idea. And now the pikes are moving up. Could this be some sort of cheeky play here? I mean, you got to get this cav kind of ready. This is nuts. This has to be the craziest battles I've ever seen. Like I said, regardless of even the situation we're in right now is nuts. But yeah, this has to be nuts. This has to be nuts. This has to be like the most bizarre siege battle I've ever seen. I thought I've seen it all, but I've never seen something like this. Yeah, this is certainly, we're in a very delicate situation here. You know, oh my gosh, this general might die. I mean, he's down to 5 guys and he's trying to capture this arrow tower? That's kind of crazy. But did they take it? Yes, they've taken it. So I wish I could see the timer for this. But we're not going to get that. So the arrow towers have been conquered. What is he doing with his pikes? Is he actually moving forward with the pikes? Or is this the victory point? You know what? This might be the victory point. I'm sorry. It's all confusing in Rome Total War. It's never obvious. But I think this actually might be the victory point. So this is just just like a buff kind of thing. They'll just get a little bonus. Okay, that's good. That's good. So, okay. So we have an interesting situation here where these arrow towers might clean them up. And here we go. The pikes are about to be charged a little bit on the flank. Okay. All right. So there's an opportunity for the cav to get a good charge. They're getting shot by this arrow tower. Let's see if he can pull this off. Nice. Remember, the general is dead. The general is dead for the Athenians, so their morale is going to be low. All right, that was the Etruscans' final play right there. That charge. The pikes are down to 99. I mean, they're just not killing enough of them. And now the Romans are going to charge forward and try to take back this gate. And we still have the cataphracts, guys. Let's not forget. They need to do something here. They have to do something. They could kill these Romans. They're out in the open, but they're not moving. They're not moving.
Quiet!
Wow. All right, so the pikemen are winded. They're tired. They're moving out. That is... Have they forgotten about the cataphracts?
Advance and
I mean,
speed!
you don't... What are you doing? Okay, the Romans gave up on trying to take the gate. These pikemen are losing numbers. And the cataphracts are moving. Oh, please. But... Please pull this off.
Advance and
Please, Seleucids, please. I just want to see you win. I want to see you win after so much chaos. It's all going to come down to this charge. Don't be fooled by the balance of power. Oh, no. No. Okay, that's well played. No, it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. They just activated trample. This is up there, kind of charging. Yeah, that's it. That's game. I don't think that was a bad charge. But man, what a fight this was. Let's see. He might try to muscle his way through the infantry here. But he's gonna bleed a lot of cataphracts. Yeah, and the general is dead, right? Yeah, yeah. He's gonna break here. Dang it, dude! Dang it! What a back and forth, though. What a back and forth. A great battle. Seriously, great battle. That honestly, I thought. I thought that this is probably one of the almost greatest comebacks ever. You know, this looked so bad for them. So bad. And they turned it around. But unfortunately, they just didn't have enough. I don't like what he did with the elephants at the end there. I think he should have held on to them. But it is what it is. You got to give him credit. Let's end the replay. Look at these crazy stats. So this was sent in by Flame. He got nearly 3,000 kills. He was the Roman player that attacked like the main center. But GG to all the players here. And we got to give, like, I'm going MVP. I know they lost, but dang it, you can give an MVP to the losing side. I'm going to give it to the Seleucids for being both the most terrible and amazing player at the same time, getting nearly 3,000 kills, and it's all thanks to his chariots here. Well, one, if he just got more kills with the chariots, the elephants, they got their money's worth. But yeah, the chariots, it's the archers, his chariots, and the elephant. That's what really came in clutch. That's a bizarre army comp for a defensive siege. And that was fun to see. So this has to be one of the craziest battles. I think probably the most crazy battle I've seen in Rome 2. In terms of, like, I almost stopped recording. I'm not going to lie. I almost stopped recording because I was thinking, this is bad. Like, this is bad. The only reason I kept recording is because he had some pretty crazy units that could potentially get a lot of kills. And he pulled it. The son of a bitch pulled it off. So I'm going to end it here, guys. Let me know what you thought of the battle. This was nuts. I enjoyed every bit of it. So thank you, and I'll see you next time on the battlefield.